Okay, we back again with another video. So in one of the last videos, I was saying that, men should be able to express themselves to females. And in the comments, a lot of men was like, no, that's the worst thing you could do if you express yourself to a female, they'll act weird or whatever the situation is. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about that because I think that's an issue. And when I really thought about it, there is an issue when it comes to talking, or a men talking to females about what they're going through emotionally. And for me personally, I don't have an issue with it. I don't feel like you less than a man if you talk to me about what you're going through, your emotions and stuff like that. But apparently there are females who will make you feel some type of way for expressing yourself. And I want to address the females by saying, if you are doing that, that's something we really need to stop. You can't on one end saying you want a man to be more emotionally available, and then when they do, you act like they queer, like they're not being like they're not being manly for some way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that?
Well, I think it started from before, you know, and my part to it held the responsibility of men and women, and because we've been taught and shown a certain way to, as a guy or as a man, you're not supposed to, and even getting older now, more leaning to the women. You hear the woman, you hear females saying, me want no soft man, me want no man, I always crying this and this. So my thing would be now, what would be the perception of always crying? What is he crying about? Like, if he's like, I don't want to say a wimp, but if it's everything, something happens, like something small in regards to like afraid of a spider or something of that sort, I could understand for a low percentage. Like, you want somebody to be able to protect you. You know what I mean? If you see a man that's screaming over a spider or this or this or this, I could a low percentage get. But then if somebody's coming to you with their emotions now, it becomes a different platform, because me coming to you with how I feel, especially if you're my significant other or my girlfriend, whatever the situation is, I should feel comfortable in that space, because you're my everyday. I don't have a counselor every day. I don't have my boys every day. I have you every day. So if I'm going through something and I feel like it heavy on me, I should feel comfortable, or you should allow me to feel comfortable to come to you without thinking in my head, you're going to go back or call me soft, or call me a punk, or call me this and this to your friends now, or even go back and have the conversation with your friends. Because 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen is we're going to be someplace and your messy friend gonna say something that I say to you in front of everybody, and they're gonna be like, well, such and such said, and then for me now, that's complete loss of trust. I'll never bring that to you again, and it leads forward to me thinking of talking to any kind of female in any regards. I think that part there is what some men are afraid of.
Yeah, but like I said, I have no issues with a man coming to me and expressing himself. As a matter of fact, I want him to. I want you to come to me. I want us to be friends, best friends, for you to be comfortable to tell me anything that you're going through. But what do you say to a man who is now against telling women anything, or feel like you shouldn't tell women anything about how they feel?
But I would say it depends on the space you're in with that person. If that's your significant other, I think you should reach to a place that you should, in my personal opinion, because again, that's your everyday. Like, you go through shit every day, and if that's your everyday, that's your everyday comfort. You call it your peace. You call your person your peace. That should be your peace. I think you should try to change the narrative. I think it should be a conversation like, hey, what do you really feel about the topic of me expressing myself to you? Could be a regular conversation, and just let her know, let her know, to be honest with you. I think you should. If you don't have a a girlfriend or a significant other, I think you should try a female therapist. I've had a female therapist more than one occasion, and the greatest part about having a female therapist as a guy is they allowed me to understand that space is for kind of immature people, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? She allowed me to understand that even though I talked to her about female issues, she still push the narrative to be like, okay, well, we're not talking about her now, Mr. Henry. We're kind of focusing on you, on what you've been through. So I would say if you don't have a significant other, a girlfriend or a female you could strongly confide in, I would say try a female therapist. Like it worked for me. Mm-hmm. And I've been in spaces where I comfortably have friends, you know, and other people where I've been comfortable to now open and talk to. So that would be my, you know, little one too.
Because really at the end of the day, for relationships, especially if you're not, if any relationship, friends, if you're not able to communicate effectively, just be yourself, it's not going to work. To me, it's not going to work at the end of the day. So that's just a conversation we wanted to have with you guys. Let us know your thoughts and opinions about it. Peace.